everyone. Today, let me introduce our factory to you. This is our main factory. We have two factories. One is located in Qinyuan and another one is located in Huadu. Qinyuan, this is our workshop. We total have 6 floors and each floor have 2,000 square meters. This is our main entrance. And this is our main workshop. And each floor 2,000 square meters, and we total have 6 floors. Today we will have a very branded customer we are visiting our factories. And this side is our dormitory for our workers living and meals. Now we are on the first floor for the aluminum material cutting department. As you can see, this raw material aluminum sheet we purchased from the aluminum factory. This is around 2.4 meters. This is a long piece. After special machine, we will cut them into smaller pieces. This is the already cut smaller pieces. These smaller pieces can be anodizing for different colors. For example, this is black color, and we also have the pink color and peach pink color, lighting purple and dark purple, golden color, silver colors. We will customize the color as per our customer requirement. Everyone, now we just talked about this 2.4 meters aluminum sheet from the aluminum factory, and we will use this punch machine for cutting into small pieces. We have this big punch machine for cutting them into smaller pieces, and all these small pieces are cut by those kind of machine. It is for cutting some different type of aluminum sheet. This is one batch, one more aluminum sheet, and we have protected every pieces by papers. So our aluminum sheet are very protected well. Use this machine, the engineer will cutting them. Before is a big piece, now it is cutting to a smaller piece. This process is for drilling the holes. As you can see, this is the original piece without the holes. So after this machine, we have some smaller tools. This is the smaller tools to make sure the hole size are correct and the hole to hole distance are correct. So after this punch machine, the holes becomes this holes because we need this holes to assemble the aluminum sheet with the PP laminated board and all the other parts. So this is the beginning process. And now we are in the first floor. First floor is for the cutting material floor. As you can see, this is the cardboard. All these are cardboard, and we also have the PU laser cutting process and the fabric cutting process. This machine is for cutting the small order materials, so by workers. So as you can see, this is already cutted material. So as you can see here is a computer controlled automatically cutting machine. And here you can see this is a big roll material. So use this machine. One day we can work, the machine can work in 12 hours. So even 1 week, we can work in 6 days when you have the bigger orders. And in that part, we have the laser machine for laser different types, holes, and the size you want. Let me introduce our laser cutting machine. As you can see, this board, this PP board. So this PP board is strong and hard. So we use this machine to cut this type. And we also this board, we cutting this holes, and we cutting this holes. We also can cut in the square holes. As you can see here, we already cut in the 3 sides, and it will cut in the Oriole type. And now let me introduce this machine. This machine is a computer controlled material cutting machine. So even in the noon time, all the workers on the resting, but the machine still on working. So one day this machine can work for 10 hours or 12 hours. So if we have bigger orders, we will use this machine to cut the materials. First floor of our MDF board cutting department. As you can see, this part we store the many MDF board, and also this section, we settle them in the shelf, so we can easily to find which one is we are need. After this machine is a computer controlled machine. We will put the numbers and the size in this machine, and the machine will cut in the size we need. Also, this machine is the water system. When we cut in the MDF board, because there are many dirties, the water will take away the dirties. Now the final step is the finished MDF board frame. This is all the MDF board frame. Here is the raw material of the MDF board. As you can see, it's a very big piece. Our workers will transform these pieces into this machine. We have already set in the numbers inside the computers, so the machine already cutting these pieces. Everyone, now this is the details of how to this automatic machine for cutting the raw materials. So after we setting well our computer, and this machine will automatically cutting the material. Hello everyone, now we are still on the molds department for cutting the raw materials. As you can see, we have stored so many molds. Because we have produced all the cases and aluminum cases more than 15 years, so a lot of molds here. This machine is for punch, for use the molding. This is a bigger molding. And now the workers use a smaller molding to cut the smaller pieces. It is a smaller piece, but it is still little molds. Everyone, now we are in the fabric PU laser warehouse. This is our different colors and many different types. For example, the nylon material, polyester material, or PU laser, vegan laser, or by all recycled laser, recycled nylons. And also this side is also the different materials. This part is our molds. This is, for example, we use this mold to cutting this lining. This lining also this lining with imprinting all the logos inside. We can customize your logo. So how about to give us your logo? We can follow your orders. We finished the first floor introduce. Our first floor is for all the raw material cutting, such as the aluminum and the foam and the PU laser and the fabric and the lining and all those raw material cutting. Now let's go to the second floor. Now we are in the second floor of our engineer department. Inside this is the office of our engineer working place. And this part is for the engineer to make the first beginning is to make the drawing, and the second step we make the products, develop the products. As you can see, our engineer is doing this CAD files. After this CAD files, we have cutting them by machine and make this cardboard papers. This is the we have different products. We have this file document to store the paper cardboard. Now we are in the sample room of our Qinyuan factory. Here is a smaller sample room. Most of our customer cooperating, for example, cooperating more than 5 years or 10 years, customer will visiting our Shenzhen head office. So here we have a smaller sample room. Let me introduce somehow of our sample room. This part is the cosmetic bag, makeup bag, smaller, soft baggage. Here, this one is a hairdressing backpack, barber backpack. And another is our nail beauty cases. So our main products are nail beauty cases and makeup cases and cosmetic cases and hairdressing cases and barber cases. So you can see this is very hot selling items, and this is our new designs. This is the Chinese style cases. This one is, yeah, this one is our main products. We have all those are our main products. These are our main products. So in this side, we have many professional one for the makeup artists, hairdressing artists, and some professional people using. This is the functional and professional items. For example, this one is we cooperated with N1X for more than 30 years, and we also cooperated with Shiseido for around five years. So we are the Disney and Hello Kitty and Shiseido direct supplier. Now let's go into the workshop, have a looking, because now is the noon time, 1:30. So our workers just preparing for their working. So this is our sewing machines and stitching department. This side is for the finished products department. So let's go have a further looking. Hello everyone, now is in our sewing department. As you can see, this one is the PU leather, and this one is the lining. This lining with the printing, logo printing for our customers. We have the cardboard, we have the paper cardboard inside, because this cardboard can absorb the wet and the water, so we'll keep the case more dry. So we have this process compared to other factory. Maybe they don't have this process. Now this is the sewing machine. So our every piece have this paper cardboard, so makes the surface more smooth. These pieces can absorb the water or the wet. Now we are in the glue department. This department is for glue, brush the glue on each pieces. This is a bigger piece. So we put every piece layer by layer. So each piece will not be mixed together. After we glued this paper and this part is the legs stake. This is the special MDF board. This is a frame, inner frame. And our workers will add another piece from on the surface and the bottom. So after you glued with the PU laser, this part, the surface will be more smooth and comfortable. And now we see the next step. Next is for glue the whole frame with the PU laser. As you can see, our workers use the brush to glue this small side, because this will be more exact and more exactly. And here, after glued, we will fix the PU laser together with the MDF frame. This is the inner frame process. Let me introduce details for our workers for assembly the lining with the whole case. This is the glued paper with lining. So our workers will fix them with glue, and now okay, this is for wrapping the, okay. Yeah. So you can see the surface are very smooth and soft and comfortable. And all this lining with our customer logo, and we can customize your logo for all the case internal and outside materials. We are in the briefcase production line. You can see all this whole line is for produce the briefcase. So we can also produce this kind of briefcase. The whole case is the PU laser and with cold lock. Inside with foam underneath the lining, and also the lining with logo, printing the logo with customers' logo. So the case can well protect the computer or some other important items. You can see the whole line and yes. Now this is the QC production line for our third floor. Here you can see we have total 5 workers for the final QC inspection. Every pieces we have 100% inspected by our 5 workers in this production line. So we will make sure all the cases on the customer side is 100% good quality and good clean. Okay. Here is another production line for the briefcase. And you can see this is the frame. We just sold it on the another production line. This is the frame and this this workers is making the frame and the PO laser together. Before I asked our elder sister, she said that she already working in this company around 15 years. So you can see she make this process is very quickly and very good scaled. Now is the third production line in the third floor. This half part is for the briefcase, but this half part is for the aluminum cases. Let us have a look. This is the aluminum cases with the fixed with the chonies. So as you can see, the chony get fixed with the screw from one side to another side. This will be very strong. And here is the lighting, makeup lighting cases. We make this shell. By molds. So we fix the bumps together with this shell. This shell is made by molds. So it's very easy for clean and lightweight. Let's see our workers for making the finished products. This is the whole shell. So we will protect it from, so the case will be very clean and good conditions. Now we are in the plastic part department. As you can see, now this is the aluminum tube legs. So this is the plastic part. This plastic part are made by ourselves. So first we check this plastic part, is there or burr or not. So after we check this part, we will make them together. As you can see, this small piece also finished by our factory. That means all this smaller piece or bigger piece and all the process, almost 18% or 90% are made by our factory. So we can control the quality and track the quality, the history. So we are well control all the process and the QC process. We are on the 4th floor. From this window, you will see other side is our dormitory for our workers living and meals. This is our 4th floor. Let's go inside and have a look. Now this part is the finished products. We are in the wrapping and package. This is all this finished products. And this is one production line. In this section, we are assembling all this aluminum frame, aluminum tube together with the MDF board. Let's have a detailed look of the process. As you can see, yes, it's a MDF board and the surface is a TP laminated board. So we will assembly them together like this way. And here is a hole. So we will make this machine to drill with to use the rivets to make them together. So after each pieces, this is 4 pieces. So we will assemble these 4 pieces together in one frame. Hello, everyone. Now is the second production line of our on the 4th floor. Also for the aluminum hard cases. This is the second production line, and here is our third production line. So we are all produce this floor all produce the aluminum hard cases. This is our Tony cases. And we have this Tony and with wheels. And also this cases with the lining. And this pattern, this circle one is printing. So you can add your logo or your design on this fabric. So it's special for your brand. And now we see another products of the aluminum cases assembly process. As you can see, this is only one part, one side. But every side there is aluminum frame. This is aluminum frame, so we use the rivets to assemble them together. Now let's have a detailed look of our workers how to make the rivets together with the pieces. This is the lock. So also the lock use the rivets. Here is our rivets. The rivets is inside here. When we punch this machine, and the rivets will go down and make them together. Another production line on the 4th floor. This floor is for produce the tree. The tree are wrapping by the PU laser. We use a whole piece of PU laser to wrapping this 4 sides. As you can see, there is only one opening, and all those no opening. So only here is one opening. So we are wrapping the whole side very well. As you can see, here missing the bottom lining, and this workers is make this smaller tree. So this workers is very quickly, because I think she also working in our company many years. Now we are in the 4th floor in our sushi section. So this is the semi products after finished by our workers. And now we are in the final inspection. As you can see inside, every piece are very good, smooth, and the surface is very smooth. And the stitching is very good quality. We close the case. As you can see, the corner and the back hinge, and also this logo plate, we will wrapping the whole process of every steps. So after here, we have around 7 to 8 QC workers. After all these pieces finished by these 5 workers, we have another 2 final QC to check all our products. As you can hear, our QC 100% inspected our sheet. We were wrapping by the bubbles, biggest bubbles. As you can see, the bubble is very big. The diameter is around 1.5 meters. So this can well protect your product not scratched and broken. And after the bubble bag packaging, here is the inner box. This is the inner box, and with the label. This is the sticker. And after inner box, we have the outer box, outside shipping cartons. Here is the outside shipping cartons. We are on the 5th floor of our workshop. As you can see, this floor is also with 2,000 square meters. And all this are our warehouse for store the finished product. And on this part is the sewing production line. Let's have a detailed look of our 5th floor sewing production. Hello everyone, now we are on the 5th floor. This is also the QC production line. Maybe there is no enough tools for the QC inspection, so here, no workers. But let us have a look of the other process. Hello everyone, now we are on the 5th floor. We have 2 production lines. This production line is for some bigger makeup cases or bigger size cases. And this floor This production line, we have total 2 production line. This production line is for the smaller size cosmetic bag and the beauty bag from the smaller one. This is for the sewing process. And this is for our Disney products. And you can see this is a bear icon. I introduced our 5-floor production line. As you can see, this is the production line 1, and here is production line 2, and we have production line 3, and the final is our QC production line. So on the 5th floor, there are also total 4 production line. Now let's go inside for our mental parts warehouse. Hello everyone, now we are on the 5th floor. This floor is our warehouse for all the mental parts, such as the lock and the handle and the fitting corner and all the spare parts related to the mentors. For example, this is the fitting corners. So every pieces we will wrapped by a paper, and we have the label for this material is for which process using. As you can see, this is a whole warehouse of the mental parts. Hello everyone, now we are in the 6th floor. This floor is for our warehouse. This floor also have 2,000 square meters in the daytime, and we will close this floor because we need to well control our finished products. As you can see, all these pallet packaged products are stored here. Every pallet we have the remarks. For example, this is our production line model number and the pieces. So when we arrange the shipping, so we can quickly know this goods is for which customer and another goods is for other customers.